Well, folks, what a frigid weekend it was across the DMV. But here on this Monday, we're starting to thaw out a little bit. We'll talk about how warm temperatures could get later this week here in just a bit.
And coming up in the news at noon, a water main break causing major delays and headaches in Virginia. The latest on cleanup efforts. Plus, concerns remain after a gas explosion levels a building in D.C. How local businesses are trying to get back on track. And later, are you financially set? A new app to help you invest wisely and save cash.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, no DMV first warn day, no snow, no sleet, no freezing rain, and not a bad start to the new week.
What's going on, Mark? This is very rare. We've been so really active with this weather pattern of late, and I think the last thing we're trying to now rid ourselves of, if you will, is this deep freeze that has been sticking around even after the snow came to an end and we saw the worst of that wintry weather wrap up at the beginning of this past weekend. By far, last night was one of the coldest we've had across the region in quite some time. It was just the perfect combination. We had clear skies. We finally had that wind turn calm across the entire region as well. Now, you still had some locations like DC stay at 21 degrees, but the minute you went west of I-95, you saw low temperatures early this morning in the single digits. Manassas 5, Martinsburg 3. You see the trend as you go off to the west. But thankfully, we have certainly warmed things up from that starting point earlier this morning. It's still rather chilly out there, below freezing at 31 in D.C. We have places like Manassas, Culpeper just above that freezing mark and a few 20s hanging on to the north and west. But believe it or not, folks, we're already on a little bit of a pace here to be slightly warmer than we have been in recent days. And hey, at this point, it's all about these small steps upward in terms of our temperatures, as we are expecting pretty much the entire region to just get back above that freezing mark. Some of us will start to push 40 degrees as we go later in the afternoon, as those winds, they stay rather calm for the first time in a while, if not just light out of the south, helping to promote this warming trend that we will see through the rest of the week. How warm are we talking by the time we hit Wednesday, Thursday, and is there any unsettled weather on the way in the next few days? We'll have a look at your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Let's head over to Arlington, Virginia, where commuters are still dealing with a water main break and that shut down Southeast Street. DC News Now's Candace Cole has the latest.
Southeast Street between 14th and 15th Streets here in Arlington have been shut down all morning due to a water main break that's impacted traffic since before rush hour. Arlington County first put an alert out shortly before 5 a.m. warning drivers to avoid the area. Water can be seen gushing up through the ground in the middle of 15th Street South as cars were being diverted. Yellow police tape is blocking off the area from pedestrians. Residents in the area say the water main break has disrupted their morning routines.
We've got just a little bit of water coming out. It's enough to brush your teeth, but not really much to take a shower or to use the toilet. I'm okay. I think we'll be all right. We've got pretty much what we need.
There's no word yet on what caused the water main break or when it will be repaired. Arlington County says those repairs actually fall under the Washington Aqueduct's jurisdiction, which is managed by the Army Corps of Engineers. We reached out to them and will bring you any updates. In Arlington, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
All right, Candace, thank you. Meanwhile, in Maryland, a water main break in Montgomery County is causing some traffic issues, and officials say the southbound lanes of Route 29 are closed at Southwood Avenue. At least one northbound lane is shut down as well. No word on when the repairs will be complete. Developing now, a man and a woman are seriously injured after a car flipped on Half Street in Southwest. You can see images of the overturned vehicle here. D.C. Fire and EMS say the incident happened shortly after 2:30 this morning. Both victims, we're told, are in the hospital. And a Prince George's County police officers out of the hospital after being dragged by a van. This happened on Crane Highway in Clinton early yesterday morning. Officials say 2 police officers responded to a possible break-in at a gas station. Police say when the officers tried to approach the suspects, they started to drive away, dragging an officer with them. The second officer shot at the suspects, hitting one of them. 2 suspects were later arrested. Investigators believe that these 2 suspects could be connected to several other robberies.
We do have connections of the MO of these suspects fitting the MO of all of the burglaries that have occurred that we've linked a dozen to, but it's so early in this investigation.
Hey, the suspect who was shot by police has also been released from the hospital. The officer who fired his weapon is on administrative leave. In Alexandria, the fight for fair housing has made its way to the courthouse. The Coalition for Livable Alexandria and several city residents brought a lawsuit against City Council last week. DC News Now's Lex Juarez has more from Alexandria.
The group wants recent changes in zoning code to be voided. Now these changes include eliminating single-family zoning protections and were voted on just last month. The prior zoning ordinance restricted 30% of the city's land exclusively for single-family homes. This comes as council voted on new amendments that allow amending and reordering the city master plan. The lawsuit alleges violations of state laws over these zoning procedures and also alleges that changes being put in place by council will impact low-income and minority residents in a discriminatory way. A November 2023 study conducted by the Coalition for Livable Alexandria found 58% of voters oppose the zoning for housing legislation. In a statement, the coalition's chair, Roy Bird, said in part, quote, "Zoning law is complex and esoteric. People often don't understand their rights, and even if they do, they don't have the financial means to exercise them against the city government. We are here to be their voice," end quote. And we are still waiting to hear back from the city council. Of course, once we do, we will update you here and online. In Alexandria, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Lex, thank you. Mayor Bowser is launching the Marion Barry Summer Employment Program for teenagers. It has helped employ thousands of young people for more than 40 years. The kickoff starts at 11 a.m. at Howard University's Center of Excellence. It will include speakers from the Young Doctors Project, and people in the project will receive a year of training in preventative medicine, mental health, and other health issues. Applications open right now. Child care providers in Montgomery County have 2 more weeks to apply for additional funding through the EquiCare Subsidy Seats Grant Program. This program helps cover the cost of providing care for children under 3 years of age and under. The money can cover tuition for eligible families. Center-based child care programs can apply for grants starting at $282,000, and family programs can apply for grants starting at $57,000. Eligible businesses must be licensed in Montgomery County and serve children between 6 weeks and 3 years old. Also, D.C. Mayor Bowser is awarding $3 million in grants to expand after-school programs in the district. The money will serve D.C. public schools and public charter schools. The mayor says that this will help get more kids in after-school programs and keep them safe. Mayor Bowser also believes that this will make students more excited to go to school every day. And local businesses are concerned after Thursday's gas explosion in Southeast. A convenience store on Marionberry Avenue was leveled after the blast. Nearby businesses had to close while the investigation was underway and are facing the impacts.
No business, no revenue. There's enough on the plates of my family and I that having such a horrible event doesn't really help things mentally.
And cleanup continues after the blast. Well, an online tool offers families in D.C. ways to cash, invest smartly, and pay down debt. DC News Now's consumer reporter and weekend anchor Ben Dennis finds out how the app works to help you stretch a dollar.
Set lifetime financial goals. It's really important that when we think about financial empowerment that you have 2 pieces of the puzzle.
From free information about savings to access for families to find help. Financially Fit DC is offering a chance to achieve your budget goals.
People can earn badges for the things that they have learned.
Michelle Hammonds with DC's Department of Insurance, Securities, and Banking describes the website's tools, from money management to paying for college, retirement, and job readiness.
Within the online tool, a financial health assessment. Any individual can come in, figure out where they are with their particular finances.
And the number one financial goal for 2024, that's to deal with debt, according to a recent bank rate survey. Other items that top that list: getting a higher paying job, another source of income, saving enough for emergencies, and budgeting your spending. And one perk that Financially Fit provides you may not get from a budgeting app.
We also have curated financial education workshops.
Sign up for monthly workshops or view previous workshops to get advice from real people on the financial goals you wish to achieve.
FinanciallyFitDC.com.
Reporting for DC News Now, I'm Ben Dennis.
Ben, thank you. Happening now, it's Restaurant Week in Alexandria, so get ready to make a reservation for some great dining deals. More than 70 restaurants are participating, and Restaurant Week runs through next Sunday. There are $30, $40, and $50 in-person dining options. And to see all the participating restaurants, visit our website, dcnewsnow.com. Meanwhile, in Montgomery County, a week of snow and bitter cold has put a freeze on many businesses. Organizers of Restaurant Week say that many spots had to cancel days or the weather because the weather was just so disruptive, and they're going to extend the event for an extra week.
We are giving restaurants, our members, an opportunity to opt in for an additional week. And we will be refreshing the website over the weekend. And by Monday, the start of the second week of Restaurant Week, you'll be able to go on the website and see all of those participating restaurants.
And you can check out restaurants from today through the 28th, and organizers say that so far they have 150 restaurants signed up across the DMV to participate.